I can't believe we got to do this, but let's talk about Eminem. Hi bots, hi trolls, hi dead internet. I'm a human out here in the middle of nowhere making a video on this. Look, a lot of people are upset. Why? Because Eminem went to Kamala Harris's rally and announced former President Barack Obama. And all of a sudden, the internet is in arms and we're mad at Eminem again. And ironically, the people who normally are so against cancel culture are in a way through bullying, online harassing, through everything they're doing, trying to cancel Eminem, in a sense, trying to mute him and silence his views and his opinions. Now, as an Eminem fan since, the 90s? Growing up, listening to SlimShady, following him throughout the years, why is someone who is a true fan of Marshall Mathers surprised by his stance? Surprised by his political opinions? Because it's par for the course for him, right? That's the way he's always been. It doesn't take a genius to go back and listen to Mosh. It doesn't take a genius to go back and listen to the shots at Dick Cheney, at George Bush. Eminem has been dissing politicians for years, especially the Republican Party. Now let me let you guys in on a little secret on hip hop, right? A lot of hip hop artists through the years tend to be Democratic supporters. That's their views. That's their opinions. Eminem has always supported the Democratic side. So why do we all of a sudden expect him to turn around and support Trump when he said F Trump before? Why do we expect him to turn around and show up at a Trump rally? Why are we so upset? He is just doing what any participating citizen in a democracy has the right to do. Support a political party. I'm sorry that he's not supporting the party that you want, but don't act like this is an about face or a complete 180 from Eminem. And the beautiful thing about the internet is nuance, right? We tend to love nuance online. You can be against cancel culture, like Eminem was on his last album, and still vote Democratic and still support the Democratic Party. It's not just one-sided. I think the problem is nowadays in politics, it used to be like seeing a rapper get involved in politics or something, because look at the roots of hip-hop. Hip-hop was a voice for the inner cities. Hip-hop was used as a means for social change. So I'm not surprised that hip-hop is getting political again, right? That's always been the means and the medium of rap music, just because it doesn't align with how certain people want to think. And as someone who sat here in the middle of nowhere, exercising my amendment rights, hunting, spending quality time with my family, I have plenty of family who votes Republican. I also have family who votes Democratic. But I just feel like on social media nowadays, everything is so hyper polarized, especially with politics. We can't just have discussions. We can't just sit across the table from someone who has different views. I miss the days when politics could be that, when it didn't transform into such hyper polarizing culture wars. Nowadays, it just feels like everything is all or nothing. And if you vote Republican or if you vote Democrat, that defines your entire identity, your entire outlook, your entire personality, your worldview as a person. You just get labeled and boxed and categorized. And also, through this entrenching and just team picking, it doesn't let people be flexible in a democracy because there's such societal and cultural pressure. It doesn't let them approach democracy through open minds and have open debate, because the beauty of democracy is that people can compromise. People from different viewpoints and ideologies can sit down and have a discourse and find commonalities. And also, people can change their opinions. People can change their viewpoints. It just feels like on social media, you're so entrenched. If you say one thing, that's it. You're locked into it for the rest of your life. And this is coming from someone who has supported artists on both sides of the table, right? We've supported plenty of artists who will vote Democrat in this upcoming election. We've also supported and reacted to plenty of artists who who are going to vote Republican in this upcoming election. I just think it's so silly now that everybody's going to hype on the trend and the attack Eminem train just because he is voicing his American right of who he wants to support. You're just upset that he's not supporting the other way. And you know what? If you're truly mad, if you're truly upset about it, and you feel like it's going to make a difference, then you go make a difference. You go vote in this upcoming election. You go let your voice be heard and exercise your democratic right. And this is not to attack or vilify people, because you know I'm not about that on the channel, right? I'm just someone sitting back from the sidelines looking at all this, just laughing because it seems like people don't truly understand Eminem's stance. But I'm also saddened and upset by just the state of politics in the United States nowadays and the way that people are and how it's just so extreme, one or the other. And I do wish that we could build bridges more. And I do wish that not everything has to be such an all or nothing stance. And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. At the end of the day, do you think politicians are going to listen to a nobody like you or me? No, they're going to listen to interest groups who help to get them elected. Why? Because those interest groups are what fund them. Those interest groups have way too much power. They're also going to listen to leaders of big businesses and multinational corporations, again, who help to fund their election campaigns and their jobs. At the end of the day, multinationals still have way more power than governments do. We also have a huge bureaucratic system with many checks and balances, and it's not going to be the end of the world if your president doesn't get elected. That's the way that this country works. There's a lot of corruption still. The rich are going to get richer, and the poor are going to continue to get poorer, and most people are going to end up suffering no matter what. That's why we need to stay united instead of always dividing ourselves and always creating walls of division and narratives of discourse between us. But anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to get back to the family. I'm going to get back to spending time outside in the beautiful world, enjoying life. I'll catch you again soon.